of accent, you just say anything wrong.
That was the thing. I was like, you know what? I personally, I want to get this correct because if I don't get it correct, the little fans that get in different places of Gambia, they're gonna laugh. But what they were like, yo, this is cool. We know exactly what they're saying because if you go under Zungusha, right, the music video, and you watch the comments, you'll see people commenting from Africa saying exactly what I'm saying. So I know for sure I was correct in the language when we translated it.
Nice, that's always a blessing. And looking at expanding the people you engage with and trying to reach them musically, is this something that you see yourself doing more of? You're talking about a collaboration that is going to be on your next album with someone from Kenya. What are some of the, what is further on the horizon in terms of music?
Well, these people are really, it's so funny, I've never traveled to Africa. All what I'm talking about happened through the internet, happened through emails, happened through Instagram, happened through Facebook, TikTok, people connecting with me. I've never traveled. Promoters reach out to me so far, interested in having me in different places of Africa. In terms of collaboration, I've one collaboration so far with a guy named Gingy that's going to be on my album, and I have about 4 other collaborations with different artists of different parts of Africa.
The motherland.
Yeah, the motherland, yeah. Actually, it's so funny that the ironic thing is said motherland because after the carnival season, I have a song that I did talking about the motherland, actually describing the motherland. But when you listen to the song, it's a girl I'm singing about.
Okay, so I'll leave you with a high science, but at the same time, there are some other collaborations that you've done and that they're closer to home. So speak to them a little bit, please.
All right, so this year, I've decided, I was like, you know, I don't like to, or I should say, just do a song for doing a song's sake. All right, so I was home and I was like, KG, what are you going to sing this year? And then I came up with the idea because as a DJ, when a DJ decides to play in a party, sometimes the first thing he would say is, all my single ladies, put your hands in the air. So I got a melody, I was singing, I started singing, girl, you're single and you want party. You sign the divorce papers, you're done. I said, hey, that's a melody. Linked up a producer, one of my producers I work with by the name of Nice Nation, and I sent him the melody and the idea. He loved it. And then somebody I always wanted to work with was this guy, Outer Ultimate Rejects, Madman Yuan. Linked him, he loved the idea. So these both producers collaborated on a song called Divorce Papers, had the song, started playing, released it. 3 weeks into the release, Problem Child, we had a conversation, and the first thing I was going to ask him for was a dub plate. I asked him for a dub plate for my DJ, and I was going to ask him for a dub plate for me. And then I said, he's like, yeah, what you want? I was like, you know what? You think you remix this song with me? And he was cool with it. Hats off to Brendan, that's his road manager that put everything in place. We did that remix. So there's the Divorce Papers song, and there's the remix with Problem Child. And I currently also, about 2 weeks ago, I released a song called Bad Jab. Bad Jab is a collaboration with myself and the Paramin Blue Devils.
Well, I'm so glad you're talking about Bad Jab because, RKG, I want to ask you, it have no middle ground for you? Is always you're pursuing somebody or you're done with somebody? Because I even thinking about I go parang by myself. What's happening?
Hey, you're funny that you say parang by myself. I had no idea I was going to do a parang that year. Hats off to Mark Anthony and Alan Diaz who work 100. They were like, KG, the last parang I gave us with Kenny J, may his soul rest in peace. You know, you need to give us another parang. And I was like, well, go and sing. And I just came up with the idea, I go parang by myself, you know. So I don't put a limit to my music. Give me a chance, I would sing a reggaeton, give me a chance. There's no limit when it comes to the music. With me, I believe you go hard in what you're doing, take your time, and keep putting in the work. Any artist that's out there and listening to this interview, many times I would get despondent because a creative person, when you put in the work and you create something and sometimes it's not accepted as you wish, right? And then you realize, but wait, you release an album, 4 songs played here, but in Africa, the same songs that they didn't play here, they're jumping up and they loving the song outside. So sometimes, you know, a king doesn't be a king home.
And that kind of brings me back in this 1.5 minutes that we have about Grammy consideration or consideration for nomination. It's not as though somebody could just be on TikTok or YouTube or Facebook and say, yes, we go in and vote for him.
Vote,
so what are
yeah.
some of those things that you want to go into the work that is happening locally in the region so that we have more considerations, we have nominations, as opposed to just saying that, well, 6 years ago, now it'll be another 6 years before it happens again.
Yeah. The thing with the Grammys, a lot of people don't understand, as you said. People think it's you just go on the internet, you go on a link and you press vote. It doesn't work like that. You have to be a certified voter for the Grammy. So, all right, so like you are a presenter, a musician, somebody who is a DJ, and once in music, what happens? You submit your information, and once you fit the criteria, you pay a yearly subscription, right? And when you pay that, you become a voter. They send you all the documents, you become a voter, and we have very few voters in the Caribbean. So sometimes even like myself, when you hear RKG considered for a Grammy, how many people really going to vote from the Caribbean? You understand? Reggae is bigger than, and we need to keep it real. Soca is not as big as reggae yet. That's what I want to say. So if you like, Kabaka just won the is Kabaka? I believe
Kabaka
it's Kabaka.
Pyramid, yes, ma'am.
Yes,
the
Kabaka Pyramid just won the Grammys, right? And a lot of people out of Europe and the United States and different places, Africa, would vote for him. You know what I mean? So we need to start first by encouraging our people to be certified voters. So when, let's say, Irfan Alves or Preedy or whoever gets a consideration next, more people can vote for them.
And with that, we want to thank you so much, Rossi Kempis, RKG The Artiste. And on behalf of the entire news team, I'm DK Roster. This has been In Depth with me. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.